Welcome at the next stop of our journey with the Fiat Barchetta. Today I'm going to tell you about this particular Barchetta for which I've only paid €1,000, and we're going to take a little journey around to see what kind of points of interest we can find on this green machine. Yes, I did actually pay €1,000 for a Fiat Barchetta, but it had some points that needed to be addressed. Firstly, and most importantly, there was a very big crack going right through the middle of the windscreen, which is kind of dangerous, so I replaced that for only €275. Next up, which I thought was actually quite a nice feature, but it turned out it was just broken, was the sound of the car. It made a really good and loud sound, but unfortunately that meant that there was something wrong with the exhaust. Replacing the exhaust cost me around €200, but after that my Fiat Barchetta was ready to be driven. For now. Like every good design, it's all about the details. And if there's one reoccurring feature with the details of the Fiat Barchetta, is that they're simple but stylishly executed. There's no question that Fiat did a great job in making sure the Barchetta was a looker. And they did so with a lot of retro touches. The standard alloy wheels were anything but standard. Instead, they are made to look like the rims of the classic Fiat 124. These wheels are then protected with mud flaps, another retro feature, which are integrated into the body. This, in combination with a quite ridiculously long antenna, almost makes the car look like it should have been radio controlled. Then again, the door handles give the impression that it's not a very cheap toy. Instead, the more time you spend looking at it, the more you end up with the feeling that it's styled in such a way that it should have been a lot more expensive than it actually was. It may not have an electric roof mechanism, but I think I can put the roof down and up faster than in a Ferrari California. So let's test it out. I'm gonna sit here and we're gonna time this. Make sure the windscreen isn't folded wrong. And time. Time. 3, 2, 1, go. Down, folding it up. Make sure it's locked. Down. And so it's almost as fast as the California, but maybe the Barchetta can redeem itself in the interior, starting, of all places, with a surprisingly large glove box. Somewhat surprisingly for an Italian car, the ashtray is a bit smaller than that. So this 1995 design isn't really designed for smokers, has more storage than you might think, and has enough luggage space for a weekend getaway. So it was quite ahead of its time. And to show you just how far ahead of its time the Fiat Barchetta was, you don't need to look further than the armrest. Let me show you. Pop it open and you will find that there's a cigarette lighter, meaning for today's driving you can put a charging point there. Put your phone in. See, it fits perfectly. Close it and you've got a charging station. But not only that, you can also take your phone and put it over there. You see? It's like it was made for these things. I hope you enjoyed our journey around the Fiat Barchetta. After seeing some interesting points and some lovely Dutch summer weather, it's time to go to the next stop. See you there.